You know, there's nothing I hate more than a faker, a phony, a bullshit artist, and a fraud. And I've been following these primaries, the Democratic primary, the Republican primaries, and John Kasich is a distant third in the Republican primary so far, and he's pinning his hopes on a brokered convention. He's pinning his hopes on a Republican National Committee rule change to sneak his way into being the Republican nominee for the 2016 presidential election. This is a huge joke. He has no mathematical way of getting the 1,237 delegates needed to be the nominee. And you could argue that maybe Donald Trump and Ted Cruz won't get that number either. But we definitely know that Donald Trump's going to be very close in the end. So whether or not this convention is brokered or not, or there's a rule change down the road, because they have been able to do a rule change. They can do a rule change if they want to, according to people in the know that know about this whole process. Admittedly, I don't know all the rules, but I do know that as it stands right now, to even be considered to be part of a brokered convention or an open convention, if you will, one of the candidates has to win at least 8 states. And so far, John Kasich has only won one, and he probably won't win another the rest of the way. So he's hoping for a brokered convention, and he's hoping for a rule change. He's hoping that the RNC changes that rule for the 8 state threshold, and he's trying to win this thing on a technicality. Now, the reason why this pisses me off so much is he's the one who's talking so much about being for the people, the will of the people. He's going to be that candidate for the people. He's all about the issues. He's all about being a servant for the people and doing what's best for the people and what the people want. And he criticizes Trump for just being a blowhard and being a guy who's just trying to say things just to, be polarizing and not being real substantive on the issues. Well, this guy Kasich is part of the old establishment. He's part of the old political machine back in the day that, it's all about money. It's all about big business. So he's about all of the things in the past that really is wrong with Washington right now. And Donald Trump is the outsider. So do you want a guy who's part of that political machine? Do you want the same old, or do you want someone who's going to shake things up? Number one. And number two, do you want someone who's going to try and win on a technicality, or do you want someone that the people voted for? So in the end, this guy's talking about being so righteous and acting so self-righteous, but he's trying to weasel his way into being the Republican nominee. He's hoping for a rule change because he's definitely not going to win 8 states. It's impossible, according to the polls. He definitely is not going to win 110% of the delegates moving forward, which is what he needs. So he's pinning his hopes on a technicality. That would be like playing the best team in the league for the championship, and for some reason their bus breaks down and they can't make it to the arena that night, and then your team shows up and you end up winning by default. So it's not like you beat the best team, you won on a technicality, you won by default. Is that the way he wants to win? That's a pussy-ass, weaselish way to win, and I think it's a bullshit way to win. And I think John Kasich, by staying in this race, is just perpetrating a fraud right now, and I think he's a joke. So I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys have been following, this political season thus far this year. I don't know if you guys have been up to date on this, but I just find it very interesting, and I think it's a bunch of bullshit how this guy wants to sneak his way into the nomination. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to y'all soon. Peace. Beeb is out.